Are you a coach ready to get your sales page written so that you can magnetize and draw in those soulmate clients? Well, I got good news. I'm going to break down a quick strategy to get your sales page written like this and to make sure that it appeals to your ideal client. Let's go. The first step is you have to know your ideal client. What is it that they desire? What is it that they're seeking? What are their pain points? Understanding these things will help you to craft a message that speaks directly to them. Which brings us to step number 2, which is to highlight the benefits of your coaching program. Now, to be able to highlight the benefits of your coaching program, you first got to know your ideal client and what it is that they're seeking and what it is that they hope they get from you. You also have to have a clear understanding of how your coaching program or your offer is going to take them from point A to point Z. This is the step where a lot of people get tied up because they talk about what it is that you get with the coaching program. So you get access to me as a coach for 2 one-on-one calls, or you get Voxer access or a Facebook group access or Mighty Networks or whatever. But the truth is those are the things that you get. That does not highlight the benefit of what your client is going to walk away with from working with you. What you want to do here is you want your page to clearly communicate the benefits that your client is going to get with working with you, as well as what they're going to walk away with and how it's going to support them at achieving their ultimate goal. Some ways to effectively highlight this is to use specific examples or client success stories so that your ideal client can see what's possible for them. With that, you also want to make sure that you're having testimonials throughout your page. I always say that people know that you're going to talk up your program and hype up your program, as you should, right? You've put your blood, sweat, and tears figuratively into it. So you should speak highly of it. But what they want to see is what other people have said about it and what the results have been for other people. And so being able to sprinkle testimonials throughout can be very beneficial and can feel supportive for those that are wondering if they should take that next step. The third step is to have a crystal clear call to action. There are so many amazing coaching programs and offers that exist out there, but then people don't know what to do with that next step. So on your page, whether people need to fill out an application, sign up for a discovery call, or hit submit on a payment link, you need to make it very clear and let people know exactly what it is that they need to do to take that next step with you. And then lastly, you'll want to have a brief about me section. Think about it. If someone is coming to your sales page because someone else told them about it, or they accidentally found it on Google or YouTube or a podcast or whatever it may be, they may not be familiar with you and they may not understand why you're the expert, why you're the person that they should be trusting and taking this next step with. So share a brief overview about you and why you're passionate at supporting them in this next level. So those are the most important pieces that you need to be sure to include on your sales page. But it's important that you have a cohesive sales page as well. So let's talk about some of the things that you need to have going on throughout the entirety of the page. Throughout your sales page, you're going to want to make sure that you have persuasive, engaging, and relatable language. If your sales page is written very rigid or unrelatable, your audience is not going to see or feel themselves throughout that page. And they need to feel heard. They need to feel that there's an opportunity for them to be supported. Also, in using persuasive language, it encourages your audience to take action. So you may use language like, just imagine this, picture yourself. Can you relate? Can you imagine what could happen next? Those sort of things. In addition to making sure that you're using language that your audience can relate to, that's welcoming, inviting, and helping your ideal client feel heard and understood, it's important that you're making sure that your page is clean as well. So a lot of times I'll see sales pages where everything is centered, and that can sometimes be hard to read when we are traditionally used to reading left to right. I'll see sales pages where there's a bulk of writing just chunked in multiple paragraphs, and that can also feel overwhelming. It's important that you're breaking up your writing with bullet points or paragraphs or pictures or headings. That way your audience can read through the page seamlessly. So throughout your page, use paragraphs, subheadings, and bullet points to really break up your content. Also, if you, again, add in those different testimonials or pictures throughout, it'll break up the reading and encourage them to keep going. And then the final tip is to make sure that it's visually appealing. If you have a bland sales page, no matter how great the content is or how awesome your program is, people may not stay on there. So this goes all the way back to step number 1. understanding who your ideal client is and making sure the page really speaks to them. So, for example, if your brand is like a corporate brand, you may notice that you have like orange or red and black. If your brand is all about feeling that luxe feeling, you may notice that you have golds and blacks. Or maybe your brand is about like peace and inner healing, and so you have more of like the greens and the turquoise. The goal is to really know that your ideal audience and make sure that your page represents a page that speaks to them. The goal of creating a sales page is to be able to speak to your ideal client from the beginning all the way down to the end, from the font and color all the way into the copy. And in doing this, you will make sure that you magnetize your dream soulmate clients right to you.